You know what was one of my fondest memories? Sitting in front of the TV and watching Pokemon as a kid. And the main hero, of course, was Ash Ketchum. Watching Ash's adventures was truly fun to watch. Sure, he made some questionable moves when it came to battling, but overall he improved and changed as a character and grew up just like the rest of us. And even though he's not around, I'm sure he has inspired a whole new generation of characters. Holy crap, he's still the protagonist after all these years. So yes, like everyone, I really wish Ash would just grow up and give the baton to a different character, one for a new generation. But no, for 20 seasons it's been Ash, Pikachu, and a rotation of different companions and Pokemon. Oh, you like these characters? Well, don't get too attached because they will soon be replaced by these characters. But it does bring up the question, why is Ash still the main character? Well, today I'm going to go into my own personal theory on why I believe Nintendo could keep Ash as the main protagonist. Well, for starters, let's figure out why Ash was the protagonist in the first place. In April 1st, 1997, the first episode of Pokemon appeared in Japan and would later appear in the US a year later. Ash Ketchum, or Satoshi, was a 10-year-old boy who wanted to be a Pokemon master, so at the time he was the same age as the target demographic, so it made sense. Ash was based off Red, who was the main character in the Pokemon games Red, Green, Blue, and possibly Yellow. The anime would advertise his games, giving a more familiar stance to it, and for a while no one would question this. However, it wasn't until Diamond and Pearl where a pattern started to emerge, and questions and theories began to arise on why Ash was still 10 years old and why it seemed like he hasn't grown as a character. Some of these theories range from Ho-Ho's ability to give eternal happiness or him being in a coma, and another question that would come up is that when Ash traveled to another region, why would he get rid of his Pokemon that he trained so hard and develops a strong bond? Because Nintendo wanted to promote the newer games. Sorry guys, but you suffer the same fate as the G1 Transformers, being replaced with the new toys. Hey, at least you guys get to run in an open field and not get killed off. But like I said earlier, we see a rotation of characters, but in the end, Ash is the one that still stays. And I think the reason for this is Nintendo doesn't want to take a risk. I mean, yes, during the 80s and 90s, Nintendo took a lot of risk, but in recent years, with the exception of a few things, Nintendo is a company that likes to take fewer risks. In contrast with Sony and Microsoft, Nintendo tends to market towards a younger demographic, with a few exceptions. They're probably afraid that changing Ash as the main character would alienate their audience, but I think that's kind of underestimating them. I mean, look at Power Rangers. Ever since the 1990s, heck, we're gonna go even as far as the 70s, Power Rangers or Super Sentai in Japan has been known to switch up their characters every series, replacing the old ones with the new ones. And while old fans go, there is always a new generation of kids who keep watching the series. Heck, they must keep doing something right, because no matter what series it is, it always has the same formula. Let's take a look, shall we? An ancient evil returns to take over the world. An old wise person gathers 5 young people to fight in colorful costumes to combat this evil. A giant monster appears and a bunch of robots combine to fight the monsters and save the day. Pokemon, both the anime and games, have a formula they like to repeat as well. You're in a new region, you get your starter. You beat the crap out of a little kid's Pokemon. You battle gym leaders, or in the case of Sun and Moon, Island Challenges. You beat the evil team. You go to the Pokemon League and beat the Elite Four. You beat the champion, and you become the champion. Except Ash, because with the exception of the Orange Islands, that's the only thing he's won. Aside from that, he always loses. Loser. However, there's also a long-running series that changes characters with various amounts of success, Digimon. When Digimon came out in the West, it was marketed as a rival for Pokemon, but with each series going through different characters, again, various degrees of success, though I could definitely say Digimon is not as popular in the West as it used to be. Another competitor of Pokemon that did this as well was Yu-Gi-Oh! When Yu-Gi-Oh! Also first appeared in the West, it replaced Digimon as the rival for Pokemon, and actually for a while, it actually was seen as the true competitor for Pokemon. But after the original series, there has been mixed to poor reception from later series. GX was received with mixed reception from fans. Personally, I found Season 1 and 2 to be boring, but 3 and 4 to be better. 5 Thieves was actually pretty cool because, well... Darkness of motorcycles! What the hell was even Zexal? And I don't know anything about Arc 5. I think the reason for this is that in the case of Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh!, they changed the formula and tried something different. Now there is nothing wrong with trying something different, in fact sometimes it can work. However, other times it would fail, so I would understand how Nintendo would be so cautious after seeing what happened to their competitors. Another reason why they won't get rid of Ash, and I think this one's a main one, is because of Pikachu. Pikachu has become one of the most recognizable characters in pop culture, up to the point where people who don't know Pokemon know what a Pikachu is, and even naming other Pokemon Pikachu. Think about it, Ash always leaves his other Pokemon behind but always brings Pikachu. Every game, even though it has a Pikachu clone, still has Pikachu. Even Raichu, who's the more powerful evolved form of Pikachu, who has been given new life with its Alolan form, is still pushed aside for Pikachu. Heck, it still refuses to evolve despite the fact it will become more powerful. So because of Pikachu and how close she is to Ash and how well known Pikachu is, it seems like Ash is not going anywhere anytime soon. However, I'd like to bring your attention to a little show called Pokemon Chronicles, which actually focused on characters other than Ash and the gang. In the first 3 episodes, we finally get the spotlight on Jimmy, the anime equivalent to Ethan or Gold in the Pokemon Gold and Silver game. And to be honest, while I can't say much about Jimmy because we only get to see him in a couple episodes, I think he seemed like a great replacement for Ash. Have Jimmy come around during the Johto saga, do like they did in the games. Jimmy starts off in Johto, defeats Team Rocket, which is the replacement for Jesse and James would have been Attila and Hun, travels with his friends Marina and Vincent, learns some lessons, goes to the Pokemon League, goes to Kanto, faces the old characters, and even faces off an older Ash, similar to how he faces Red in the games. Holy crap, that would have made an awesome anime, and this would continue on with Brendan and May and Hoenn, Lucas and Don and Sinnoh, and others as well, and I think this would have started the pattern. Sure, would old fans be alienated? Yes, but it would give a chance for new ones to attach themselves to newer characters along with newer Pokemon. Another form of Pokemon spin-off media that does as well is the Pokemon Adventures manga. Like the anime, the manga loosely follows the game's storyline, however they manage to come up with interesting stories and characters for them. Despite the fact it changes the roster of each character, it is the most successful selling Pokemon manga out there, with creator Satoshi Tajiri and president of the Pokemon company Tsunekazu Ishihara endorsing them. However, as a friend once said to me, it's too late now. Ash has made his mark in the Pokemon anime and he's not going anywhere anytime soon. Ash Ketchum has been the main star of the Pokemon anime for 20 years, and it will be hard to get rid of him now. If Nintendo done it earlier, I think it may have worked, but overall, the Pokemon anime seems like they will use Ash until the end of time. And even then, he'll still be 10.